Well, hello YouTube, Losing Louie here, and thank you John Denver for that intro, Eagle and Hawk. So I opened with a little picture of the high relief 5-ounce 2014 Wedge Tailed Eagle, which I bought last year from Gov Mint. I believe it was around $800. So I was not able to get the 2015, so unfortunately I don't have that. I didn't get the notification quickly enough. And, you know, the bad thing about Gov Mint is if you stop buying for a while, they stop calling when there are really limited edition items. So I did not get this one. I also did not get the 1-ounce high relief. But I'd like to show you what I did get recently, and I have some news on the series. First, a little repeat of what was issued last year. So last year, 50,000 of the Wedge Tailed Eagles were commissioned by Gov Mint. 45,000 were delivered to Gov Mint, and they slabbed them all, I'm told. 5,000 remained in Australia and were sold as bullion in capsules. These slabs are still available. Here is a MS69 and an MS70. There is also an there's also a GEM PCGS, which are the ones that did not grade up to 69 or 70. So those would be the bottom of the pile. There should be a lot of those. However, they sold for $29, so it wasn't a terrible deal. You did get a hand autograph from John Mercanti. And I'm going to come back to these in a minute. Here is a high relief wedge tail. Beautiful coin. Okay, this is a 69 decam. The 70s are pretty dear, but absolutely gorgeous. This is what they just released and sold out in about 3 hours, I think, for the 2015, but I have a 2014, so that's okay. They actually called me about the 69s, and I don't really want to buy any more MS69, PF69s. I'd like to limit my purchases to 70s going forward. Here is the 2014 Poof. Okay, I believe there were 5,000 of the Poof last year and another 5,000 of the Poof this year. So there is the 2015 Poof, and you can see they are identical. The packaging is a little different. There are the two different packages. And I believe these Poofs are still for sale at Gov Mint around $89, unless they've sold out since last time I looked. Beautiful coin, well worth the money. These are not graded. These are raw. Okay, and I can't remember which one of these Mr. Vegeta helped me with, but I did procure one of these two coins. I think it was the Poof from Mr. Vegeta, so thanks to him last year. The new development is that a couple of new developments is that the BU wedge tails are now available. Okay, a few days ago I noted that you could get the BUs at Gov Mint for about $24. So those are there. They're a little hard to find on the website. You have to search a little bit for them. But they are selling the unslabbed. They're selling the slabs again, these guys. Okay, which I am not recommending. Don't go out and buy these slabbed wedge tails this year. But the BUs are available, and I asked my rep to make sure that they could give me the BUs in a sealed roll. By getting them in a sealed roll, we guarantee that they are not grading rejects. And that's what I've done. So here it is. These were in pretty high demand last year, very hard to get because they all came from Australia. Alright, so there's that. Looks pretty good to me. And there is a roll. Again, $24 a coin if you buy 20 of them. The other thing that was announced today, literally this morning, is that the Wedge Tailed Eagle will no longer be a 50,000 mintage series. Now my rep at Gov Mint a couple weeks ago when I bought these told me that it would be another 50,000 mintage year, but he was wrong, and he corrected himself when I talked to him recently. Wedge Tailed Eagle is now Unlimited Mintage, mint to suit, mint to need. So what they announced this morning is that Ainslie Bullion and Perth Bullion are releasing the Wedge Tailed Eagles in their bullion program. And they're pretty good priced. I believe they're only about $22 American if purchased through Ainslie or Perth Bullion. Of course, you'd have to get them here, and you might have to buy a sizable volume. I don't really know those two programs. But I am very happy to have moved to the ungraded, the unslabbed wedge tails, and glad to have these coins. Of course, there's going to be a lot of them. I imagine they'll be flooding the U.S. shortly. And real quickly, it comes with this presentation booklet. I got 20 of these for the 20 in the roll. That tells you about the Wedge Tailed Eagle, etc., etc. But it's a very high quality bullion coin, and well worth the 24 bucks in my opinion, or 22 if you're living in Australia. The thing is, going back to these slabbed coins, is that it looks like the MS-70s of the 2014s are really starting to garner some attention. I've seen prices going up pretty rapidly on these. So I'm excited to own the MS-70s, and the 69s and gems will probably do all right as well. But the 70s look really like they're going to do well, and I think I'd hold on to them if you did buy any of these. Because it's the first year, 50,000 mintage, highest graded coin, mercanti signed. So if you do have some of those, hang on to them. I think they're going to do pretty well. And in the meantime, keep an eye out for all the other options. Okay, Wedge Tailed Eagle, flying off. Bye, everybody.